Naruto brings out the destructive power of Kurama as he does battle with the sexy cyborg, Delta. What's up, my people? It's time to take a look at another chapter of the Boruto manga series, a manga which I haven't looked at in a couple of months, but I'm honestly very excited that I decided to start checking out the last couple of chapters, because things are really starting to pick up. Kara is officially making their move, with Kashin, Koji, and Delta making their way into Konoha Village, which of course ultimately leads to a big confrontation with Delta herself, who is absolutely decked out with all sorts of cool cybernetic enhancements. All of this ninja technology which has been infused into her body makes this one of the most unique battles from the Naruto series, and it almost seemed like it was going to be sort of like a one-shot battle. Like, wow, this ended really fast. A great way of showing that Kara is incredibly powerful, but just like the rest of the Naruto series, you always have to read underneath the underneath. There's always some sort of trick or surprise, and that's what I really loved about this chapter, which ultimately was just a big, badass battle between Naruto and Delta, and this was a great display of her powers. Naruto actually realizes how powerful Delta is, and that's why he actually delegates Kawaki and Boruto with specific missions. Boruto protects Himawari, and Kawaki's kind of a badass, so he defends himself. Naruto is the one who's actually going to go into battle, and for the most part, it's just freaking classic. And it's mostly hand-to-hand combat in the first part of the fight, which I thought was honestly kind of surprising, but really I think this is all just a part of Naruto's plan. He doesn't want to blow his load and show like all of his powers at once. He doesn't want to give away all of the secrets to the brand new enemy. And then suddenly out of nowhere, Delta starts to show off a lot of her unique abilities, and just like Kawaki, she can manipulate her body. In fact, it's her feet that actually are able to transform in a number of different ways, transforming into weapons and blades and allowing her to propel herself at great speeds. She even goes as far as to actually impaling Naruto with her foot, which looks incredibly painful, and I have to say was one of the more darker moments that I've actually seen from the Boruto manga series thus far, especially when Delta manages to actually like torture him a little bit by kicking him and punching him and even twisting this giant like freaking shard of like bone and shit that came from her leg out, pulling it out, causing him to bleed. But of course, like I said, you have to read underneath the underneath, and Naruto actually has just been tricking her the entire time. He actually was not hurt at all, and this is kind of like a good revelation to show that he hasn't truly shown what he is fully capable of quite yet, but still he's not going to underestimate his enemy. He decides to bring out more of his power of Kurama, which is really awesome because I just want to see more of that, to be perfectly honest. But Delta's not giving up either, and now that she realizes that she's been sort of humiliated by Naruto, it looks like she's going to get a little more serious as well. So in many ways, the battle has just begun, but wow, everything about this chapter just felt fresh, and we're going to talk about that a little bit more in the rundown of this chapter of Boruto, Naruto Next Generation. So the actual chapter itself was real simple. It was just Naruto fighting against a chick with cybernetic powers. But that alone is kind of what I think is the greatest thing about this entire arc and the entire concept of Kara in general, is how their technology is so incredible that they're able to go to toe-to-toe with these, well, let's just say it, they're practically ninja gods at this point. They can destroy entire landscapes, and here, wow, they're just really making a strong case for why they're so dangerous. In fact, a lot of the feelings that I get from this arc are the same ones that I got from when I was watching the Android saga from Dragon Ball Z for the very first time. It was kind of a turning point for the series, and it showed that even though a lot of the series had to do with the like natural energy of the world and even some supernatural elements, there was still technology in the world, and it can be utilized in a number of different ways. And watching the androids appear in that series and take down all of these characters who use like a natural form of energy was very shocking. And I'm getting the same feeling here, seeing the power of Delta being able to go toe-to-toe with Naruto. Not to mention her entire body has a lot of cool toys on it. Like I said, she can manipulate her feet in a lot of cool ways, but really a lot of that power comes from her freaking eyeballs, which are literal cybernetic enhancements, and they have the unique ability to be able to quite literally consume chakra or jutsu-based attacks. So when Naruto tries to hit her with a Rasengan, she literally just absorbs it into her eyes, and poof, it's gone like that. But of course, she can actually store this energy and fire it back at her opponents. She actually tries to do that in this battle, where she tries to hit Naruto point blank by sending the attack right back at his face, but he's able to just kick all of that away. It was a great moment in showing that from head to toe, she's just completely covered in all of these crazy abilities. She's like a fucking Terminatrix, man. It's awesome, and I'm really loving it, and it's adding so much freshness to the Naruto series, and it's sort of like amplifying my hype to see what the other members of Kara are going to be like. Are they all going to be decked out cyborgs, or are they all going to have unique abilities as well? And of course, there's still Kashin Koji, who is still hanging out in the shadows somewhere, and arguably one of the most interesting characters of this arc, especially because people just want to learn so much more about his identity. Is the dude Jiraiya or not? Let's just figure this shit out. I don't think it actually is Jiraiya. I just know that eventually when we do get to it, that character's reveal is going to be legendary in the Naruto series. Really, this is like the most hype I think the series has been in a very long time. And if you consider yourself a fan of the series, maybe you're a little down on Naruto lately, check out Boruto, Naruto Next Generations, check out this current arc. You might see something you like. The action is really exciting, and it's just got me so much more pumped for the future of this amazing classic manga series. So I loved this chapter, guys. I loved all the preceding ones, too. I'm giving it a 5 out of fucking 5. I am totally loving it as a Naruto fan. But I'd love to get your thoughts. What did you think of this chapter of Boruto, Naruto Next Generations? What did you think of the battle between Naruto and Delta? Do you think Delta has any other cool, crazy abilities? Is she just getting started just like Naruto? What's the deal with Kashin Koji? What's the deal with Kara? Let's get a discussion going about this one in the comment section. I'll see you all next time, and as always, stay down, baby.